Kia ora and welcome to another playthrough of the Daily Flight in Sparrow Warfare, the upcoming game from Neon Aurelius. I'm Sweet Tunes and I like to play computer games, and particularly I really enjoy doing playtesting, helping developers to work out the kinks and the bugs and make the game as good as possible when it gets released. If you want to know more about Sparrow Warfare, then check out the Steam link below and the wiki as well. Get Sparrow Warfare on your wish list and look out for further announcements. Right, today's flight. We're back in the Way of Song. We were Way of Fire yesterday, so flipping back into Song quite quickly. We've got Ironbird. We haven't had that for a while, but this one's a bit gnarly. If you get things wrong, you don't get to heal between levels. Fortunately, we're not in Way of Fire, so it's a little bit easier to defend ourselves. We're not necessarily going to get lose hit points from the unavoidable fire damage. We've got Armadillo Hide, which it's an okay shield. Starts off with a 10 and well, reduces by 1 each turn. It means we don't have to worry so much about defense at the beginning, but it will disappear as we get further through each level. And Peacocking, which we saw yesterday, where we have no defense tiles and we get Peacock's Pride, so 3 defense for every bird and the boss on screen, as well as a copy of Shields Up, which allows us to carry defense forward across multiple turns. As we saw yesterday, the joy with peacocking is that with fewer tiles in hand, we circle through quite quickly, meaning that any wild tiles, any nice tiles we've got will come round again fast. So we will see what today has to offer us. So as you can see here, plenty of Peacock's Pride and enough to just take out the Sister Claws. And then we're going to have to hit the boss no matter what, so might as well do it for the 4s and get our Way of Song. Here's Howl. I'm fine defended from Howl, and I don't particularly want to use my Peacock's Pride before I get my shields up, so we'll just take Howl down, and in fact we might as well just use the Song just to freeze him, and really just to use it up so that we can clear our hand a little bit, get some more birds up, and yay, our shields up. Fantastic. So go straight into our build up the Song, which will freeze up our birds anyway. We get our shields up going for 5 turns, and what's nice particularly with the Armadillo Hide is that this is going to multiply up, so we've got 9, next turn we'll get an additional 8, so we've got plenty of good stuff coming. And building up my strength, and I might have stuffed up because I think I'm going to lose Howl no matter what I do. Yeah, because the glitter that comes from the drop will take Howl out first. So in which case I can still do the one. I'm going to do the drop because I suspect I'll lose, if I do Peacock's Pride first, I'll lose Bridget as well. So we want to at least get our glitter bomb going, and at this point I can a bit more defense and just Shah left. Really nicely here we've got more of our birds, and so we can build up that Peacock's Pride, and then we've got the other good song element, we can attack the boss. And hoping that's not going to take out possibility. Yeah. Mucked that up, but hit the boss for another 77 before he's woken up as not bad. And now we're already at the point where we're going to be cycling round on our tiles, so yeah, we get our glitter bomb back. Not quite as much in terms of the birds, but no, I can't. I was wondering if I could play the wild tiles to extend the amount that we've got there, and that's not going to work, so we'll grab a glitter bomb for now, because then that'll take the beak out for us and build up that defense before they all disappear. So I'm now very nicely at the point where I'll just get rid of those and we'll take out all the birds and just have the beekeeper left. So still plenty of defense, and got shields up going for another couple of turns, so I can boost that to get my Peacock's Pride going, and well, not quite hit for that last 3, but not a problem. And at this point, I'm actually going to ignore my Peacock's Pride because I'm about to get to the point where I will lose the defense I've got built, and the yeah, so this is the last turn that I get the big set of defense. So I want to keep my additional defense for next turn should I need it. But what I see if I can do. Oh, not quite going to have enough song to start freezing him. And once a opponent is frozen with the song, every further song played will then hit them as well. What we can do is build this up and get a itty bitty glitter bomb, and then with our 3.5, in fact, didn't need the glitter bomb because the 4/4s will take him out. A relatively simple first round, didn't need to open up the birds and get any of their wild tiles, which I like, not only because the more followers you have at the end, the higher bonus, but it gives us a lot more chance when we're getting into these levels, particularly because I would like, if at all possible, to at the very least freeze down the Shrike, yeah, because avoiding the fire going off is going to be useful. And can't really do anything much with that glitter bomb because as soon as I hit the Shrike with whatever I play, he will get taken out. So we'll save that glitter bomb for another time. Hopefully we get our shields up fast. Nope, not yet. Which means doesn't matter what I do, I will be taking out the Shrike. But what I can do here build up a little bit of that defence. Sad that feather fallers protected, but I can build up a glitter bomb for next turn. And I mucked up, mistook the amount of defence I've got, so I will now need to go through the birds and go get the fan club going, because if I can do that, and 2 fan clubs, that will be nice for not just now but for future rounds. That will freeze Featherfall, meaning that I don't have to worry about his attack. Still no shields up, that is a bit of a pain, but we'll have to boost that defence. So 32, just enough, fortunately. But we'll lose Jimmy in the Abyss anyway to the glitter bomb. But what I can do here is build up the song and disco fiasco us to again, start taking the boss down a bit, and a bit more of a attack on Mars. Not quite enough to take Marjorie out completely, which is a bit of a shame, but now we get the shield up. So the first thing we're going to want to do is use as high as possible that shields up and keep that going for another 6 rounds. And I'm going to want to now definitely boost that defence. So I'll start that with the song. Freeze buzz, and then I can take out second coming. That's all the birds out. I forgot shield. Nope, I'm misremembering what I'm doing, but that's all good. And we can cope with Craven Ravens hitting us for the 6. And still take them down a bit, and then build up our song. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5 and a 6 there, which means a 2, 3 and a 4. And what I'm going to do is just see what else we can get to get our needle, because we don't have any more birds. Brilliant. Boost these up, and now do a pretty decent attack on the falconer. So he's already down 152 before waking up, which is not too bad. There's not much we can do here, so I'm going to have another look, see what we've got in our birds. I'm going to take in Fine Feather because that one is going to be really useful, not only to create that set of 5, but also to combat that fire damage so that we can go into next level with as much hit points as possible. And this is what I was after. We can do a 5, 6. If we build that up for next turn. Again, I don't have to worry about the falconer's attack. And not quite enough to take him out and straight away, so what we can... Nice. We just take that down. Tap the falconer for 24, and now that glitter bomb's going to take him out, and I think I am comfortable at this point without healing. I've still got the ability to heal next turn if I need it. But yeah, like keeping as many birds as possible and using the opportunities they give us later on. So with Hannibal, gonna need to build up a glitter bomb for a few turns. But what I also wanted to do there was take him down enough. If I can still do this with the 3/4. I'm still going to get hit with each of those. But giving us a little glitter bomb for a few turns' time is always good. And nice here. We build our shields up. Get ourselves this is the other benefit of having a high amount of followers, is that works really well. But what I'm now going to have to actually do, should have done this the other way around, I'm going to have to do the attack first, purely because otherwise Baudelaire will get taken out, but still hitting the boss with 291. I think we can take comfort in that. And brilliant. So can now really build up that defense. And no, we'll keep that just in case we get the glitter bomb coming round again. I'm not sure it will at this point, but just fiery K-bow and a couple more birds to come out. I am actually going to see if I can find something. Oh, remove the burning, which I don't have. Oh, and acquire a new tile. Now, more defense. I'd like to see there's something that I can do here. Yay, which will give me something to do with all of that song. So keep building up healing. Oh, double all my buffs. That's not bad. I think we will grab that and take those ones. So now I have 2 glitter bombs. We get the healing for longer, and the shields up lasts for even longer. One more gamble. I am going to get some more defense, particularly now it's going to last pretty much forever. And I just want to do something with all of this song. It is so sad that we're not getting much use out of it. No, I think at this point I'm gonna leave that as a lost cause. But I've had the opportunity to take down Dino quite a bit as well. So out of these, with the 2 sets of 36 that are going off, the only bird I need to worry about here is Macabre, and he's plenty of defense, so we'll just take these guys out. See what comes through, so we can just given that there's Poacher's going to wake up anyway, we might as well hit him a few times, and we'll now get things cycling through. Okay, I don't have to worry about Repent Ye Thorns. But Joseph's Flame is not great, and I'm just going to do a whole heavy heap of discarding at this point because I don't want the Poacher taking those tiles. Would be different if I had something like Pump Run or Cannon Fodder, which would give me strength for tiles being destroyed, but don't have those. So. Keep an eye on my health at the moment, it's not too much of an issue. Build up a little bit of that song. Don't mind those being destroyed. Didn't mean to do that. It's too absent-mindedly on the basis that I keep Discarding. Hopefully this doesn't take away my glitter bomb. Take away the 6. Okay. So I can now just fire off a glitter bomb for next turn, and we are sorted. Just take him out.
Fly free, little sparrow.
Not a bad run. Not quite the peregrine flights of under 20 minutes, but we got the albatross for under 30. Got all of the perfected as well, and some of our sub 20 followers left. Not bad given the amount of opening I was doing to try and do something with that song. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that run, and I will see you next time. Kia ora.